What is up, Babylonians? Dan was here, and today we're going to be talking about this game behind me, which is TD Worlds. It's a tower defense game in which you, well, move to different worlds, and you've got to defend your base, which is a crystal, from being destroyed by these sort of triangle enemies that come at you. So let's take a look at the game. Let's have a look at the game menu. So we have the simple menu here. So we've just got play, settings, and quit. So let's have a look at the settings first, because again, this is quite a simple little menu. You've got your main volume, your music volume, your effects volume, your language, whether you want full screen, VSync on or off, auto pause within the game, camera shake, and you can add your Twitch channel here as well for the Twitch integration. So let's jump into a game and see what it's all about. So you have these 5 slots here. So it's quite a long campaign kind of game from what I've seen so far. So you can have different save slots to have your different, either different people can play, or you can have your different sort of builds and loadouts, as you'll see shortly. So if we jump into our current game, let's have a look what we got. So this is the home menu. So we have actually completed the first world. So once you've completed the first world, you get access to the research, the armory, and the towers. You do have access to the shop by default, which is where you spend these blue crystals here. I believe they're called matter crystals or something along those lines. So we'll take a look at those. In here you can see for 10 of them we can unlock legendary rewards. We can get extra armor on low health and increase our max health by 10. Now the researchers, you've just got to kill, so I've only just unlocked these, so I've not done any of them yet. So kill basic enemies, kill shield enemies, large enemies, etc. Go through those and we'll see what they unlock in the future as well. And then armory, you can add one of these to your armory. So I went with critical damage before, so we've got that turned on now. I think you can possibly swap it, yeah, you can swap it out as and when you want. And then we've got the towers. We've got different towers. We've got the common tower, which is just your basic tower. Fires once every second or so. You've got your sniper tower, which increases radius but slower fire rate but increased firepower. And you've got machine gun tower, which is faster fire rate but less firepower. And your slowing tower, which has a 20% fire rate, 30% firepower, but the projectile speed is slower. And I wonder if that also slows down the enemy. I'm not too sure, but we're going to go with the machine gun tower and see how that goes. So if we back out of there, so if we go, how do we get back now? There we go. So if we get back out there, we jump into an actual game. We'll take a look at how the game actually functions. So every time you start off the game, it seems to be in the same level. And you see you've got your towers down here, machine gun tower. Press T, or you can click on that and you can then start producing the towers. So for mine, because of the upgrades I've got, the cost are 107 crystals, but they actually only cost 100 by default. So let's see how these towers function. So yeah, a bit faster firing than the normal. So that first one there, I believe, is one of your base ones. These ones are my machine gun towers, and you can keep building throughout the game. So as you pick up more crystals, just keep building those towers. So first round, nice and easy. So we've got a tower upgrade from that already. So we'll get increased firepower. Pick up the green essence crystals as well, because you can spend those later on. And then, you go into a different world each time. So this one here has 2 different routes in which we can get attacked from. So we're gonna build a couple of towers around. We'll pop a second one there. These machine gun towers don't actually seem to be as strong as the original towers, so they are getting through. So this might actually be a very quick game, quick playthrough, but we'll show some gameplay with these stronger towers as well. But losing is actually all part of the experience as well. You actually do want to lose so that you can go back and upgrade your towers. Now there is no reason why you should keep your crystals at the end of the round, like try and save them up. So spend as many as you can. There we get another upgrade, so we go for fire rate. And then here we go, so you can see we have two different choices now. Go for choice 1, which gives us extra health, or choice 2 will give us another upgrade to the towers. So if we go for the extra health, we can then make sure that we survive a little bit longer, and we've got a whole new map to survive. So we've got 1, 2, 3 different routes that they can come from. So we've got to make sure that we build to defend, but also we don't want to put all of our eggs into one basket, because we're going to start getting enemies from other routes now. We need to make sure we can defend from both routes. And then potentially the third one could come in this round. Here we go, they're already here. So we need to start building here as well. Make sure none of these do actually slip through. We've got one here that would have slipped through had we not spotted that one. And sometimes it's all about planning, but it's also about being quick. You might want to keep an eye on your crystals, see that you got enough to build something somewhere, but you need to know where to build it. So you've got to sort of plan that out. So there's no point me building here just yet. Maybe there is, but I didn't know that was going to happen. So sometimes it's worth waiting to see where the enemies are coming from first, and then start your building as well. There we go, so we've got extra health now. So we haven't gone back to max, but we've gone back up to 80. And then if we head into here, so again, we could get more health, or we can go into here, which is where we can spend the green essence. So with this, I've only got 52 at the moment, so I can only get one thing here, which is extra shards on the next level, which could be useful depending on the level. It's completely random what level it could bring in, so it might not be worth getting this. You can get the scrap of matter, which is the blue crystals, which allow you to level up, sort of a permanent level up. And then you've got the extra life, which, as you can see here, we've got 1 life at the moment. You can get multiple lives, so if you do lose, you get that second chance. But we'll go for the extra shards, just so we can show you the next level as well. Nice and simple. They can only come from one area, so we can just start building up here. And we shouldn't have a problem with this one, really. So there's only the one route to go, so as long as, in theory, we keep building along this route, then we should be able to take out all of the enemies. But that's not always the case. In the earlier levels, when you're just starting out the game, sometimes you are destined to lose because you don't have those tower upgrades, the base ones, and you don't have the, if you haven't played it correctly, you haven't got the tower upgrades in the game as well. So after I've got nearly 2 hours of playing this game, what are my thoughts on the game? Well, it's actually really well built. Each level it's not randomized, but I think it's randomized in which map you can get. So all of the maps have been built with a specific route planned. The enemies, I believe, can be random. So that is good that you're not always come across the same enemies or the same types of enemies at every time you go into a certain level. And I believe the lanes in which they go in, again, are random as well. But like I said, the levels are predetermined in the sense of how they are built, which is fine. That's fine by me. It's going to be very difficult to get a sort of a procedurally generated map that actually works as a tower defense as well, so that's fine by me. But yeah, the game itself runs really well. I've not found any issues or problems with the game as of yet. It's a slow burner, but that's the sort of thing that you do want with this. You don't want to be just sort of rushing through the game at full pelt and just completing it within your first playthrough. I mean, here you can see we're actually on the boss level of this world at the moment, and this must have taken me at least 10, 15 attempts to even get here. I mean, for example, at one point I got the achievement for losing 5 times in a row. So I mean that's that's impressive, I guess. But yeah, so as a time waster, the game is great fun, and for mere pennies, mere cents on Steam, it's worth the buy just for something to get you through just a boring part of your day. You got nothing to do, just throw this on, see how far you can get, improve your sort of your character, I guess, your towers, because you get the permanent builds or permanent upgrades on the build. Sorry. Yeah, it's great fun. I would highly recommend you getting it if you are into the tower defense genre. It's just something a little bit different from the normal tower defense, but it's still got the sort of the base game, the base ideology of the game, or of the genre of the game. So 100%, I would recommend this game for anyone that just wants just that little bit of fun, just to sort of pass the time. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like as well if you like the video, dislike if you hated it, get that bell on if you want notifications as to when we are live and when a new video comes out. And as always, a big thank you to our supporters, to our fans, and especially our lover, Mr. Stayhusk. Keep yourself safe, keep yourself well, and we'll see you in the next video.